It's Thursday, so that means it is time for our weekly dose of What It With Friends. Carmen is back with a pretty fun story. I know he's got one in the bank, and we have Cheryl and Kyle at the Reddit desk. Your first time?
Yes.
Now, I'm gonna break it down for you.
Okay.
We don't know what the story is.
Okay.
Only Carmen knows. And so our job is to give our authentic reaction and some advice, because I'm gonna tell you, some people out here, they need some advice.
Okay.
So, Carmen, what do you have for us today?
This one comes from the Am I the Villain subreddit. I don't know if you're familiar with Reddit.
Yes, I am.
The word's not villain, so they want to know if they're the bad guy, right? They're asking if they're the bad guy for not letting their boyfriend be the hero while they were getting mugged at knife point.
What? They didn't let their boyfriend be the hero.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they were, right? So they say, my boyfriend's a big hero fanatic and does everything in his power to be like one. It's really endearing, and it's one of the many things I love about him, because he wants to be the good guy and he wishes to see the good in the world. But in the mindset he has, it's why we're fighting right now, okay? So we've been quarantining at my apartment. He's not on the lease. So just to clarify that. And he suggested we go on a night walk since we've been getting stir crazy for being inside all day. He figured it'd be better for social distancing to get out at night. I was hesitant since we live in a bad neighborhood, but he assured me he'd protect me. You know, he's a hero, right? On our walk, we were cornered by a man with a knife that demanded our wallets. I remembered John Mulaney's Street Smarts bit from the Netflix show and was gonna throw my wallet past the mugger so we could run away. But my boyfriend started arguing with the man, and he was spouting off a bunch of stuff about justice and how the mugger wouldn't get away with this. And it looked like he was getting ready to fight, okay? So I was taken aback by this, and I guess the mugger was too, because it gave me enough time to take the important stuff out of my wallet while he was distracted. I interrupt my boyfriend's monologue and said, "Take it, just don't hurt us," and then threw it behind the guy. And when he turned, I grabbed my boyfriend's hand and we booked it back to the apartment. We got home safely. I was relieved that because we were both okay, and my boyfriend was fuming. He was mad that I interrupted him from protecting me when he could have, in his words, clearly handled it himself.
Oh, wow.
I told him he could have gotten himself killed, and he said that he was obviously stronger than the mugger and he would have won. I explained to him that the guy had a weapon and my boyfriend didn't, so the odds were kind of stacked against him from the get-go. And not only that, but I didn't want my boyfriend to get killed over a dang wallet.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
who going first?
I mean, listen,
You wanna go as the
you
man?
gotta understand if this is your boyfriend's dream.
Yeah.
This was his big break to actually to save the day. So yes, you actually did. You are the jerk, or whatever word we're using.
Right.
For 14, your boyfriend's one chance to be a hero.
Well, go
Okay,
ahead.
no, you go.
I was gonna say, I would not want my boyfriend, no matter how big and tall his dreams are. I'm like her. I want both of us to make it back home. You know what I'm saying? So distraction, let's go. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? We're both home, we're both safe. End of story.
See, I think the only mistake, and I don't think she made a mistake, but what I would have changed is, soon as it was over, ran and jumped in his arms and went, "Babe, that was a good idea to talk this dude while I can do this right here." And then you saved us with that quick thinking, and then that gave me time to do this. You are my hero, baby. I can't do it. I should.
So good, Cheryl. You know I did do that, didn't I? I did do that.
That's right. You the man. You the man. I'm gonna go upstairs, run you a bath water, make you a sandwich with your favorite cheese on it.
It's the reassurance that I think he might have needed, and we would have
That's
been
right.
fine if she did that.
And she's supposed to go live on Instagram and go, "Let me tell you what happened. My man saved us."
Internet has to know everything.
That's right.
It almost sounds like, too, at the same time, that both of them, like, since they can't let it go, like, they both have to be, like, in the right. And which they, you know, she's right. You know, they're both okay. That's the
Right.
important thing. But, like, it sounds like both their egos are too high to just be like, hey, let's just drop it. You
Yeah.
know, like, someone's got to win this argument.
But then the question is, should we as women care about a man's ego enough that it's not subjugate yourself, but you understand that we're already strong, right? And so if a man needs that reassurance, should we say that and then wait? Because I think time and distance brings clarity. So maybe you need to wait before you have the discussion with him and let him feel and go, okay, when you're ready to talk to me about why you mad, then we could talk about it.
Well, that's a real question, and I'm gonna tell you, reassurance is something that I'm truly working on. Like being able to communicate the way that my partner needs.
Mariah,
I'm working on it.
you working on it?
I'm a work in progress. stress. You know, and it takes a lot of work because you're not thinking about it in the moment, but it takes dedication and true care for your partner to be like, I know what you need in this moment, regardless of how I felt. You know, you sitting here looking crazy, trying to distract this man or talk him down. But if I know that you need that, babe, you were my hero. Thank you so much. We wouldn't have made it without you. I'm gonna have to think about that and give it to you.
Also, Mariah, it also suggests a lack of trust. She's used to...
Or confidence?
She's
Trust and
used
confidence?
to taking care of it herself. I got this. And what he's saying is, this is my chance. This is the one chance I got
to show
make this game-winning three-pointer,
Yeah.
and you didn't pass it.
I would have just said, Karma did that. He saved my life. Girl, let me tell you something. I got to marry him right now.
Yeah, I'm calling the girls right now.
Here's the thing. The next day, he was still mad. Like,
No.
she called to, like, file a police report, right? And he, like, he stalked away to the bed and rolled over, didn't want to cuddle or nothing that night. So that next day, she had already told his friends and family and their families about what happened. And she thought that they would be understanding, but they were mad at her for not letting him have his opportunity to be a hero. His mom even ridiculed her for emasculating him.
That's his mama talking. That's his mama talking. But you know what he was afraid of? That police report is a document that's gonna last forever. So if she told the story that you a coward, that's in the police report.
It's facts.
I'm
That's
trying
right.
to think what the robber was thinking, because my thing is, don't play with a robber that's going to even try to approach not just a woman by herself. It's one thing, I'm gonna rob this woman, but she with her man, and I'm still bold enough to go, I definitely would have been like, you can have whatever you want, you know, just...
Well, let's bring out the robber and get his side.
Look, and he looked in that wallet, there wasn't nothing in it. She said she took all the important stuff out. He was like, that was just a waste of time for me. I don't know what to get out of that.
So we do have some people who commented on the situation
Okay.
on Reddit. One person said, tell Justice League over there that life isn't a movie. And anyone who fights someone who has a knife are guaranteed 100% going to get cut regardless if he trains Krav Maga or however many Marvel movies he's seen. And someone else said, send him back to his mother's to sulk there because that's what he's doing, sulking. He insisted on going on a walk in a bad neighborhood at night, knowing the chances of something bad happening were high. He put you at risk. His response is childish and pathetic. Last person said, your man-child has issues. As others who pointed out, he was escalating the situation and put you in danger, which is not how you protect someone you care about. His family sounds like idiots too.
Oh my God. That is a valid point. Look,
Where's Lindsay?
that part, because we got some questions that I'm sure she can ask. That was definitely an interesting story. I hope they figured everything out.
So who's the villain here? Is it the wannabe superhero, or is it the girlfriend who saved them both regardless?
I think he's overreacting. I think he's the villain.
I think they both have a little accountability issue in this because she needs to understand what he needs from her, but he needs to not be so sensitive. Kyle?
I think we have a listening issue. I think she needs to listen to him, and he needs to listen to her. And if they both listen, they might be able to get through it.
We'd have a whole lot of happy relationships.
Sounds like there needs to be some sort of self-reflection on both sides after the fact. Like, hey, if we really care about each other, like we say we do, why do we care who saved who? We're both still here to be able to love each other and care about each other like we say we do. I can tell you one thing, though. His name certainly isn't going on that lease.
No, that's it, yes.
See the pattern?
Yes, you are right.
Why you not on lease already, no, brother?
Ooh.
Are you living in her house?
They living together?
Lindsay, where you at? Yeah, we need to bring Lindsay. Now, look, we've got a couple of seconds left or some time. I want you guys to please take a moment and share with everybody what you all are going to be doing really big here in North Alabama.
We got two things. It's One More Question is the podcast where I am the podcaster, Kyle is the co-host, and we let podcasters come interview us while we interview them. Everybody goes live, so it's called One More Question with Cheryl Underwood and Kyle Irby. And then we have Cheryl Underwood's Great American Talent Search. This is where we bring the community together, and we're looking for local sponsors, and we bring people together and they can win some of my money. There's great talent out here. So we want to do our version of a talent show, and we're doing these things in comedy clubs so that people will come back into the comedy club. So we start with the Great American Talent Search. We still do comedy in the middle of the weekend, and then we do podcasting at the end.
I love how you guys are really impacting the community. community, getting these local talented artists and comedians out there. And we know podcasts are running the game right now.
Yes.
Podcasts are everywhere. So you guys be on the lookout for more information on that. We're gonna have the details you need on our As Seen on Day Today page. I'm glad we could break you guys in on our Reddit with Friends table. Great conversation, great story, Carmen, as always.